What's up, AfterBuzzers? You are watching the Voice After Show. We're going to be recapping season 15, episodes 5 and 6, blind auditions. Listen, they were finessing tonight. We got into a dynamic duo, and we're going to talk about our wow moment of these episodes. Make sure you don't move. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey. Like us. Girl power.
Yeah. Say that again.
The future, the present is female. Do you guys agree?
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
What's up, AfterBuzzers? Welcome. We are here at The Voice. We're going to recap the blind auditions, parts 5 and 6 now. Like, we are deep in it. Our teams are really starting to shape up now. We saw some amazing talent tonight, and we've finally completed our comeback stage contestants, and we're going to have our wow moment, which is our spectacular moment that really took our breath away for episodes 5 and 6. But before we get into that, what do you guys think about both the episodes just in general?
Overall, I think both of the episodes very more calm this time around, but I feel like it was way more good talent as well, though, so pretty good to watch.
Yeah, I really liked it, this episode. I feel like there was a lot more diversity in kind of the sounds that were... I feel like last week there was a lot of similar sounds, but this week we got a Colombian girl who just killed it, and some soul, and some... I feel like there's two men with the long hair that we'll talk about, and they look kind of similar, but they sound totally different, so I loved it. I feel like people's voices, they came to win.
I'm
Definitely.
here for it. Oh my gosh. So you guys, I'm over here getting to this and I forgot to tell you who we are. I'm Felicia Michelle, and I'm sitting here with the amazingly talented, beautiful, wonderful ladies that are...
Hey guys, I'm Sierra Stafford.
I'm Steph Sabraw. I don't blame you. There's a lot to talk
I
about.
had to get into it. I was just so excited to talk about the episode. I forgot to say, like,
hey, we had to get into it.
Listen, it started off episode 5. We saw One Up. So it's a duo, guys. They're a couple. I don't want to call them a duo because, like, they're a couple. I feel like their act kind of transcends, and who they are transcends, like, just being a duo.
Yeah.
I love their message. Their backstory was awesome. I love their families coming together, too. Mm-hmm. But do you guys feel like that's a fair thing to have an act like that on The Voice? Because it's called The Voice. It's not called, like, The Voices. I'm just saying.
Well, I feel like it's only fair because, like Blake said, they've had duos in the past. You know, Blake said, I've done this before. So I feel like it's only fair because of that reason. Because when I first saw them come out, I was like, wait, is this cheating? Or, like, whose voice would they want to listen to? But, so I only think it's fair because of that reason, because they've had it in the past.
It reminded me of American Idol. Sometimes they would get two people to try out. Like, this was, like, OG American Idol, and they would pick one. A lot of times.
Oh.
So, yeah, I was like, whoa, could this happen? But, no, I see what you're saying grammatically. You're totally right. It's not the voices. But sometimes I feel like if it's love and, like, that's part of your whole thing, then it's your thing. And that's okay.
And also, sometimes people are better together, Sometimes people are not just one-man band, Sometimes the talent makes up two people. So I feel like, that's understandable. So I feel like it's okay. It's fair enough, I think.
I'm just not here for it because I feel like The Voice is... and I know that they've had duos before. I still wasn't here for it then because it's hard for me to really because it's so hard to go on stage and just represent yourself and just be on your own and be powerful like that. But the fact you have somebody to your right side and it's like the love of your life. I do like their story, though. So there's something to, like, not just what I've been saying this for weeks now. Like, it's background story, it's talent, it's look. Like, there's a combination of things that make someone a winner in this kind of, like, reality show competition. And their background story is perfect. Like, we met on a music video and fell in love. Like, how not fair is that? Like, do I need to go, like, I'll be on music videos? But they were so in sync even with their style.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like, their dance moves, they're all, like, they're Motown.
Oh, wait, they did give me that vibe.
Well, that's what they said. They said they love Motown music, and they think that it's a genre that, should keep going.
It is.
Definitely.
I agree. I love Motown. It's one of my favorites ever, and I was actually surprised they picked Kelly.
I wasn't.
I wasn't either.
I don't know. I feel like I guess she can hit the soulful, too. She's kind of like a party dipper, but...
And she cried.
Yeah, she really she was emotional about it, so I feel like it would have been hard, but I'm thinking, like, going into it, I was not expecting that.
But I think if we listen to their story, their main thing was like, accept me for my love and my music. And so to hear Kelly say, you know, like, you guys are beautiful, like, just y'all in general are so beautiful. I respect what y'all are doing. So I think, like they said, that's what made them want to pick Kelly. So the tears and the heartfelt moments sold it. So I wasn't surprised. I knew it was coming.
It's crazy how she appeals to people and gets the people she wants when she does the least and not the most.
Yes, it's so crazy.
Every time she does the most, they're always like kind of scared of her, and she's like shaking that satin red jacket in their face, like, be on my team, and they're kind of like. But every time she kind of takes a step back and just tells someone and speaks from the heart, they always go to her. I thought Jennifer might have had it because she went up there and was like hugging the family.
That's
and
what
like
I'm
doing
saying.
that whole thing.
That
She's
never
like,
works
"Come here."
anymore. We see that. The hugging don't work no more.
Like, it's just a hug. Like, it's not like anything crazy. It is kind of just a hug. But I'm here for them. I like it. And I like the one, too, because I'm like 101 Dalmatians is a classic movie for me that I love. And I think his look is definitely Cruella de Vil realness. But I'm here for it. I like it. Like, yes. It's kind of maybe, I was like, maybe it's a representative of their, like, relationship, like, black and white and, like, cohabitating in one space with style and grace. Is that a thing, do you think? Because hair represents their relationship.
Yeah, it definitely could be a thing.
Am I reaching?
No, I feel like if they were talking about how, like, their love and the music and everything about it, they seem like a very particular group. Mm-hmm. So everything, and artists are weird, like, cool and weird like that, where they make everything matter. They'll put anything.
Like, creative
people.
Do seem
like that
in general.
Like, I do that stuff, too. I'm like, my nails set the tone for the rest of my 3 weeks. Like, the color.
Okay.
The color. Like, it's little things like that, I feel. I would want to wear a specific color.
That's how you feeling today?
That's
yeah, green. Green's always it, though. I'm like...
Well, Steph, tell them how they should feel, where they can go to find more of us.
Yes! AfterBuzzers! You know we love you guys, and we produce after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows. We've got dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There's no network that's working harder to serve television fans. And we're asking that you subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels, and when you do that, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about the pesky notifications, don't be, because you can definitely turn them off. They're optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel and check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. And let us know you did so in the comments, and we'll thank you on air. And for now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk. We really appreciate it, you guys.
Yes, thank you guys.
Yes, and definitely, because I read those comments. Like, I stalk the comments. Like, in real, I stalk them.
I love the comments.
What you got to say?
No, so what I love about The Voice is that it's based off of just your talent alone. It's not how you look, because even sometimes we'll see a lot of times they turn around and they're super surprised about the person who's standing there on stage. And one of those instances was definitely Kirk J. He was the young man who sang country, and he was from a country rap background. I say blackground, I'm getting to my points too soon. And it's because it's not typical that country is full of African American artists or even people of color that are artists in country, even though traditionally rock and roll, blues, country, it comes from that community, but you don't see a lot of people in country. And he has a really specific way of singing country with soul, and I've never heard anybody ever sing country in that kind of way before. And he's a young man. He's like 22 or something like that.
I think he sounded really good. Like, he surprised me, too. I was like, wow. He put his own twist in his country, though. This is a different type of country. This is the country that I think I would listen to. Although I do like country music. No shade. But this type of country music I'll listen to.
No one likes country music. No one says I love country music.
I think
no one says they like country music. It's like you love country music or you don't listen to country music. But
I like country music.
You might like some country songs.
There we go. You like Big Green Tractor?
And I could definitely see him being very popular mainstream wise, just because he's so different, he's so out of the box. And you can't lie. When Blake turned around, did you see his face? Like, he kind of had to adjust himself because he didn't want to seem shocked at Kirk's appearance, but he was like, and he like kind of did his arm like this, like, oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that, but you're killing it. You're killing it.
Yeah, and I feel like just for the demographic of country music, like you said, people like him are definitely needed. Like, it's about time. Like, you need to bring different dynamics, and that's probably why what you're saying, like, people like us don't say we love it, because we technically don't, like, I'm a person that's drawn to diversity in sound, and a lot of the sound is similar because a lot of the looks are similar, so I love it.
I'm here for it. I like it. And then another thing too is that he got 4 chairs turned around for him, and so I think he might be the 3rd person this season that got that.
I haven't really met a lot of people.
That means a lot. That means that every single person on that stage believes that you are supposed to be on The Voice. I don't know if it necessarily meant that every single person wanted to be his coach. In his case, it did, because Kelly and Jennifer definitely waited for like the last second to turn around. But I think it was because I don't know why Kelly's not doing that, because it's kind of weird. Because like, wasn't last week she was really adamant about getting country artists and having country artists and someone country to come along and be on her. She was like kind of
thirsty.
Thank you.
Super thirsty.
For country,
she literally said, "I want a country singer more than a fat kid wants cake." Quote.
She did. You're right. She did.
Did she ever get a country artist last week?
She does. She has someone country on her team. I'm like 99%.
So why did it slide
I'm
off?
excited. That's why I'm excited for the blind auditions to close, so we can really focus in on the contestants and the teams.
It's definitely hard to remember so many people that you see, and not because they're not talented, but I think like about the judges, like how do they remember who they put on their team? Because they're in the same clothes, so it would just make me think that this is the same day. No, I'm serious. Like, it just would make me think it's the same day. So like, how long does this day go? And like, how do you remember who's on your team and how you do? Like, I would need a card or like someone to be taking like pictures and like putting it up. Like, I'm very visual. Like, I don't know how they remember.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that I am gonna compile or try to get the teams and the photos so that when we're like referring to it, we can see it and we can put it on screen for our viewers to see it too, because you want to be able to put the face to the name.
Yes, definitely.
We'll get into that in a sec. I don't want to get too far ahead because that's more like predictions. So for episode 5, we saw in the comeback. So the comeback stage is now complete. So we saw that they completed it tonight. They have their last 2 contestants. So we saw it was Sam Robbins, the guy with the curly blonde hair, and then it was Madison Kane, who is the daughter of Jonathan Kane, who is the good pianist for Journey and wrote the amazingly incredible song that everyone has to know or not be considered like, I don't know, a person.
Human. Yeah.
Don't Stop Believing with Journey. And she... All right. Let's talk about Sam first.
Okay.
So I thought Sam did a good job, but like he just seemed nervous. And I think that's like a common thread with all of the comeback stage contestants is that they were super talented people. A lot of them had a lot of experience, but they were just like their nerves got the best of them, seemingly, to me anyway.
Yes, for me, Sam didn't. I liked him, I really did, but he didn't move me as much, as the other people did. So, I mean, to be quite honest, I didn't really have much to say, but I liked his hair.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
It looks like yours, kind of.
Oh my God.
I agree. I totally agree. I think for both cases and all the cases, you could hear it. And, like, the whole time I was watching these 2 particular people, I was like, it's almost there. Like, I can almost hear greatness.
Wait, which 2 particular people? Sam and Madison?
Yeah. I was like, I think that you're on your way. Like, I hear, like, that you are obviously talented, but I feel like there's something like a block in between you performing and me hearing it. I don't know. So I think that they were just nervous, and I think that the comeback stage will be a good time for them to like hone in their skills and like learn how to perform under nerves.
For sure, yeah.
See, the thing about that is that I don't think that like I just have to be honest, not everybody is like good, and I expected a lot out of the girl Madison. Maybe it was because she like started her whole story about her dad being in Journey and her having been living this tour life, and you expect some. It's like when you heard Whitney Houston's daughter sing and you expected a lot, and then you were like, oh. It kind of was like that, and I don't know, and it was like she had a nice tone and she could sing, like, but I don't know if she has the voice.
Yeah, you know how usually it's like it wasn't your voice, it was the song. It was the song and the voice for me, and like you say, yeah, with her dad being Jonathan Kane and how she was like talking about him so much, and just how he's been such a motivation for her, I was expecting way much more. So I mean, hopefully for her as well, like she come back on the comeback stage and maybe she does need to try a different song. Maybe that's what it is that needs to happen. So hopefully she just give us another shot and blows us away.
Yeah, I did not like the song she picked.
I want her to reach her full potential. I have a little faith in her still. So. Please, Madison, don't disappoint us.
I don't have any faith. I'm sorry. For all those years of you being around a musical family and being on tour and doing all that, like, I don't think I had bad nerves is a good enough excuse for you. That's like one of the Jacksons being like, oh, my nerves is messed up. Like, what? No, this is what you do. Like,
understandable.
This is what. Well, I mean, if there's consequence to every action. Listen, he beat them to success, though. I bet you the Jacksons won't get up there and be like, oh, I just was nervous and my nerves took over. Like, no, I was nervous because of the consequence, so I did my due diligence. But just like knowing that you have that, and like you have to remember too, it's not just her dad. She's probably known a lot of influential people in music, and if you really wanted to be around or like get tips, that's like us walking into like the Today Show and being like, oh hey Robin Roberts and hi, and not being like, Robin Roberts, how do I do this thing or how do I do that? If you're really passionate about something, I feel like you study it, you want to know about it, like you really like are invested in what it is, and stage fright is just not an option. Like, I think maybe I was expecting a lot out of her. She should have just not said who her dad was.
I wouldn't
and
have
told
if I
after,
was her for
and told
sure.
way later or something like that.
I think they made her. I don't know. She could have been using it, but I feel like she wouldn't have gone on The Voice if she.
Because it's a
her
blind
dad's
audition.
plugged. Like, clearly she could get some sort of deal going or build a studio in her house. Like, there's things that she can do. So I think that was political from the show. Because I already saw articles that were focusing on her and her father. And so it's like, that is an audience gainer.
That is true, and they just and Journey just was inducted into the Rock and Roll
Yeah.
Hall of Fame last year. Carson congratulated her father for that. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. It's good backstage.
If you watch it, do you guys watch it? It's on like the app though. We'll talk about a little bit more about that in news and gossip. I'll tell you where to find that because I was on the app over the weekend being a weirdo. But I'll tell you a little bit more about that in news and gossip. So our two long haired luscious guys. Okay, I love like when dudes have long hair. It just
Groomed
does something
long
for
hair.
a music.
Groomed long hair.
When they have groomed long hair, it just does something for a musician. It makes them a lot more swaggy. So we saw Colon Gardner. He was the one who, do you remember his friend was on The Voice and was on Team Blake actually for like season 2. So like way in the beginning of the show, his friend was on and was the one who told him to come to Nashville. He like moved all his stuff. He like took his family's RV and he just went. What I liked most about him and his story was he has this sense of, and there's a couple other people too, this sense of gratitude for every other person. Like he talked about the sacrifices that his parents made. He talked about feeling bad because his parents have to send him $20. Like I think a lot of us have been in that situation,
I don't feel bad.
And he's you don't feel bad.
Like, Mom, I need it.
I get what he was saying. Like they're working hard, and I'm standing on their shoulders to make my dream happen.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm a giant is because I'm standing on other people's shoulders and the things people have done for me. It was really a moment where he could have took it for himself, and I think he took it in. Really shed light that people helped me to get here and acknowledge them in it. So I like anyone who has the attitude of gratitude. I'm here for it.
Yeah, and I feel that. Like, a few months ago, I remember I was transitioning jobs, and I have been totally responsible, fiscally off my parents. And so I had to ask before my check came in for, like, $100 for, like, a PG&E bill or something like that. And I felt...
Like
so
this big.
Like that big, and I was like, I swear this will never happen again. Like, and I paid them back as soon as I got my check, but I feel that feeling where you're like, dang, like I don't want to be doing this, but I'm out here trying to live out dreams.
Especially once you have that feeling of independence. It's like, I don't want to take that. I want to keep that feeling,
But he gave a solid performance. I don't think that he wasted anyone's time. He gave a beautiful performance.
Very
I really
beautiful.
loved his voice, and I love when someone's an actual musician, they play an instrument and they sing, because that's hard to do. Like, think about it. Can you even talk and text at the same time? Probably
No.
not. So playing a guitar and carrying different notes and singing notes and playing notes at the same time is no easy feat, and he did an amazing job. I wasn't surprised that he went Team Blake though. Like, that was just like
A
duh.
given.
It was
Yeah.
like the plain as a nose on his face. Like, he's gonna pick Blake, because it's like every country artist basically picks Blake, and Kelly cries.
And he's
Yeah.
one of those sincere country artists. So he needed a Blake in his life.
Yeah.
Not a
then,
Kelly.
And then our other long-haired fellow is Cody Ray Raymond. Lord, that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Cody Ray
Ray
Raymond.
Raymond. So what was interesting about him, and it's funny that you were touching on Madison, them, kind of creating her storyline. He started off his storyline with, I went through a lot of stuff when I was younger, and didn't really elaborate on it. So I'm like, what happened to you? Like, I just kind of wanted to know. And then I was like, maybe I don't want to know. It was a little awkward.
I know, because then he kind of switched the narrative to it being in the North Pole for a year, or
that's what he talked about the most, actually.
So I would see that, like, that is solitude. Like, you're not talking to people for a year, and you're in freezing weather, and I get seasonal depression in San Francisco, so I don't know how I would last out there.
At the North Pole.
But definitely kudos for doing service. But I was really interested, and then I was like, maybe I'm not. Don't want to know. I just want to hear you sing now.
That's what it was.
But I thought he was really good. I really did enjoy his performance, and I feel like he's gonna be someone the like younger girls are like, yes.
Oh, love him. Like,
Yes.
love him.
I feel like he would have been a perfect match for Adam, so I was kind of like disappointed when he went with Kelly. Or actually, matter of fact, Adam didn't even turn. So I was more upset with Adam for not turning for him, because I was like, Adam, this has you written all over it. But
And he instantly regretted it when Cody was like, oh, I love Nirvana and I love all these. And he's like, why didn't you say that while you were singing? Like, and only Kelly and Jennifer turned around for him. I knew he was going to pick Kelly right out the back, just because, I mean, if you at this point, if you get onto The Voice, you've probably watched The Voice and you already know who you're going to have in mind when you go there. And for him, I just think he thought Kelly was a more reasonable choice for his vocal stylings and the type of music that he is into. Although I think he could sing a lot of different genres, actually. Yeah. I think she actually pointed that out about him, too.
he sounds really good.
He sounds amazing. Oh, you're speaking of the little girls going crazy. So I don't think it's going to be Cody. I think it's going to be the guy, Jake Wells. Who looks like Harry Styles and dresses like Harry Potter. He's so cute, but he reminds me of Clay Aiken if you used to watch American Idol like back in the day.
Yes, of course.
And where you see somebody who the voice does not match their body and their persona.
Yeah, like, if you close your eyes and listen to him, like, it would be... I feel like he's the type where you he still sounds amazing with your eyes closed, but it's like you need to see the full package with him because it gives that depth to his voice, and you're like, whoa, that's weird, but so cool. And because at first I was like, where's that, like, thickness in his voice from? And then so if I was turned around, I'd be like, what is this? But I think, yeah, you're right. He's gonna, like, I can imagine, like, my little cousins being like, Jake!
Especially, like, as the competition goes on, and any of these competitions or any reality show period, as time goes on, people get better looking and they get, like, styled and stuff. So I think once he takes that sweater off, that sweater was terrible, sorry, that he'll have a lot of fans and a lot of people voting for him, too. Another aspect about The Voice that I like is there's a lot of young people on this season, like a ton, and it's like a fair shot though. And like so we saw what was her name, Leila that you like,
Layla.
Is it Layla?
Layla.
She's from
Spanish
the Dominican,
Colombian.
She's Colombian. Yeah. Okay, she's from Miami,
Florida.
Yes. She had so much personality. I did not think she was 15. I thought she was like 23.
You kept saying that. I was like, okay, she does look a little older.
Oh my goodness. What are they putting in the water now?
Seriously, like, I was so
awkward and small
I'm
and weird
still
looking.
Getting out of my baby face, and I'm
so skinny, are you?
25. Like, what is this? Like, she's a fully formed woman and sounds like one.
Yeah, like, I was like, you look like, I was looking like a baby back, like, but she sounded amazing, and I really liked her personality. It was, I think maybe what we're thinking is her looking older is more like her level of confidence.
Yeah.
Because, like, when you're younger, sometimes, like, you know, you can be a little insecure, but she has, like, so much boom personality, boom confidence in your face that it kind of makes her come off older. Her voice, though, was beautiful. And I love that she sang Havana. And when she did, I was kind of like, I don't want to hear this song anymore. I'm tired of the song. After the VMAs, I was done with it because I just felt like it was some payola stuff because she got every single award. And I didn't... Anyway, if you want to watch that, that's on our special events page. We did that, and I was not happy about her because anyway. But I liked that she took the song in the Latin direction and sang it primarily in Spanish. And when she did that, it's like she turned up. It's like something took over her. Did you see her? It's like
she took over us, y'all. We were lit, okay? We were like, like like, no, I loved it. Yeah, she put her own little twist to it. And Steph made a good point, you know, she brought out her culture. She represented her culture, and I felt like that was so beautiful. Like, she showed that, and it was so cool. I loved it a lot.
Yeah, I think that's why her voice lit up when she did that, because, like, that's, like, real. Like, that was probably her first language, and so it's, like, really singing from the heart. And, like, Kelly made a good point, actually, to say, like, we need to be hearing this on the radio more. Like, we have so many Spanish-speaking people in America, and honestly, I don't understand the words, but for some reason, when it's in Spanish, I'm like, ooh, yes, like, I'm in it.
Like Cardi B song?
Yeah,
I like, oh.
I will not, like, verbally, like, ruin a song to try to sing along.
The thing about
catchy.
I'm trying to remember, have we seen any, like, definitive, like, Latina artists, like, on The Voice this season, like, from blind auditions? Like, I feel like she's the most, like, culturally, like, out there, like, this is me, this is who I am, like, I'm a Latina, and this is a part of my music, and I want to sing in Spanish. Like, I don't think anyone else has kind of made that distinct, boom, this is my personality, and come out like that.
You haven't seen it, but yeah, they didn't make it like a boom.
Yeah, because I didn't know she was going to switch up like that mid-song.
Oh, yeah. But she killed it. She turned up.
That's what made it.
Jennifer was like, can you dance? She's like, oh, I was dancing right before you had turned around. I was like, she's so cute.
She is.
I was happy that she went with J. Hud. I thought because she's young that she might go with, like, Kelly Clarkson. Not to say, like, Jennifer Hudson's not, like, for the younger people, but
I know what you mean.
I feel like teenage girls kind of really like
They
Kelly
don't
Clarkson.
understand Jennifer Hudson.
They don't. They
That's
haven't.
all.
Yes, they haven't gotten there in their.
They haven't seen Effie White.
Yes, they haven't. They haven't gotten to that. Not Effie. They have. I'm done with her.
No.
They don't know.
Oh my gosh.
They don't know. They do not. They do not know. And also another young girl on there, Abby Cates. She was super cute,
So
and
cute.
she sang. What was it again?
She's saying, I have
And it's a
that.
very popular song. Oh, it's by Alessia Cara. Your Scars, Beautiful, Your Scars.
That's
Your Scars
yeah,
are
it's
beautiful.
beautiful.
To You're Beautiful. Scars to You're Beautiful.
So I had the words right, just not in the right order. Yes.
It's basically You're Beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
And first off, I loved that song. I liked her in it. And then when she started singing, I was like, oh, I kind of maybe wish you would have picked a different song because you could look like Alessia Cara. Like, you're kind of on the same, like, y'all are in the same family. I mean, not like look exactly alike, but if you were to describe them, like, oh, a petite young girl with who's fair, who has a light tan and with dark, straight-ish kind of hair.
Straight-ish kind of hair.
Like, that's the same person. But she did a beautiful job. Kelly turned on her in like 0.0 seconds of her being
I was
in there.
nervous for that because I was like, Kelly,
that's-
what if she's bad?
You're shooting early.
Like, what if she don't hit this high note that y'all are always looking for? But luckily, she did it. But I was like, okay, Kelly, we know you like her, but slow down. But it made it all worked out.
It really did, though. She was like, there's a jacket, cool. I was like, oh, she's such a little kid. It's so cute.
But she did say, she's a character actor for little girls. So I feel like that bubbly personality is just naturally in her. So she was like, oh my gosh, thank you, Kelly. I was like, oh my gosh.
She was saying in the beginning, like, I want Kelly. And so I loved that that was cool that she did turn that quickly.
Her face was really adorable.
Oh yeah, that was
she was like
a wow moment for her. Yeah.
She's like, oh, like,
Yeah, you could
stopped her
tell.
for a second, and then she's like, oh, wait a minute.
Still singing.
Let me recommit myself to this performance, even though I have who I want at this
already.
point. I probably would have mic dropped, like, come here, Kelly.
Like, yeah, you turn around in 2 seconds, she already got you. Don't matter if she
We don't
sucks
need
or not.
these other people. You picked me. I picked you already. We don't need that.
Literally, though.
I'm actually excited for her and the younger people, like you were saying, how there's so many, because this is the time where, like us as hosts, if I had a mentor coach at 17, what?
Yeah.
Like, that's so cool. Like, this is, like, no matter what happens with this, like, having those lessons by some of the greatest is so, like, she's going to skyrocket up in her talent with Kelly as a coach.
And popularity at school won't be a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's going to message you at school.
I'm worried about Layla. She's turning up Miami.
But
like,
she did. She was like, my friends know I'm here. They're going to see me on TV, and it's going to be like, oh my gosh, so amazing. And she's going to go to school and turn up. Yeah.
I'm not mad at it, though.
No.
If I was on TV in high school, I'd be like, did you guys see me on TV last night?
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
play that
yeah.
cool girl, like, when you score a goal and you walk back, like, not smiling.
Or just don't say nothing. Wait till somebody notices. Just act like everything's normal. Like, girl, I saw you last night. Did you really? How'd
Like,
you like
oh,
it?
I didn't stay up. I was tired. I went to sleep. Let's get into a little news and gossip.
Okay.
After
So, you know, you're not supposed to have, well, you shouldn't play favorites. It's very early to play favorites, but you know, I've been playing favorites since before the season even started. I was on, you know, my girl Mackenzie Thomas. She's awesome and amazing, and I love her. And so I follow her on Instagram. You want to follow her? It's Mackenzie T is her Instagram name. And I just happened to be on her live. I was like, okay, let me just get on here. So it's a screenshot. On her live was Jessie J was on her live.
Which is this?
Yes, she sang
the song she sung.
Little White Room.
Big White Room.
Big White Room.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Big White Room. And then Leandria too, who she was saying how like she loves Leandria, and they were on there showing her so much love. She's like, oh my God, I'm dying, y'all. Oh my God, Leandria's on here. I love you too, Leandria. Like it was so cute because she was like fangirling out, and they were showing her love and telling her how much they loved her. So this is the comment. Yes, they were giving her so much love, and I was loving watching it. And she was just trying to sing, but so shocked. This is the comment that Jessie J left, and I had to screenshot it. She said, "This is the best cover of Big White Room I've heard. Please come out on tour and sing it with me."
What?
That is dope.
This is some news and gossip.
I was like, she don't need the voice.
Exactly. I mean, well, just to know that you sang someone else's song or have done someone else's work, especially if you look up to them and aspire to be like them, and for them to be like, this is the best cover that they've ever heard of their own song, and to please come on tour with them.
The tour was what sold it. Like,
come on tour and sing. Come out to the show and sing with me on my tour.
I'm so glad you got that.
I'm so glad.
I was just like, oh my gosh. And it was so nice. That's what I love about social media. You get to experience things with a person. And that was a beautiful moment watching somebody. Like, you should have saw her, guys. It was so cute. She was like, I'm just trying to sing, but I can't because I'm like, she was so flushed. She's like, I will definitely come out. I will definitely be there. I'll be there. I'll be there. Like, she just was so happy.
And I bet it caught her so off guard, too, so.
Yeah, no, it really did, because she just was on there just talking to people, and was just singing songs to people. So if you enjoy your voice, she sings on live all the time. She comes and talks to people, very sweet. She like answers people back. Seems like a very nice girl. I need to get her. Not like get her, but like I need to get her to be here. So Mackenzie, if you're watching, you need to come here so we can talk to you, because I know you're gonna go all the way and win the voice, because if you don't, I'll cry.
Follow Mackenzie. You finna get a new follower.
Another interactive thing I was telling you guys about, I downloaded the Voice app. So if you are into the Voice and you want to keep up and track all those people, because I was getting confused too, you can actually go on the Voice app and pick your team. So you don't have to pick the same team as Team Blake or Team J Hud or Team Kelly or Team Adam. You can pick your own team out of the contestants and play the Voice as a judge through the entire experience. So you can go in and then you also get access to the comeback stage and can vote and see those too, because they're all the comeback stage stuff is online. So if you're interested in keeping up with it and, you know, placing your own bet for who's going to win the Voice, you can download the app. It's free. I would not ever tell anybody to download any app that you have to pay for. I think that's ridiculous.
Yes.
I'm a download.
Yeah.
So let's get into our special segment. So our special segment is our wow moment of these episodes. People come out there and they give it their all on stage, and people are really like just leave it there, and some of them leave us going wow. Some don't, but the ones who leave us going wow, the ones we're talking about right now. Did you guys have a wow moment this week?
You know, okay, I have 2 wow moments. One was Fun Show.
Yeah,
Fun Show.
that's mine.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm still in my wow moments. I should start going first.
He was dripping in finesse. He did sing that song, but he really was dripping in finesse. I really loved him.
Do you have a crush on him?
He was kind of cute. Not gonna lie. He was kind of cute.
She was like, he's kind of cute, and I
but
was
like
what
a
is he?
cutie. Like a, oh, not like, ooh, bae.
I
Like,
don't
not
know.
that.
I don't know. Steph, I don't know.
I heard something in your voice.
It's just like, like that.
That's what they all say.
It's a lie.
That's what we were talking about last week. When people say, "Don't worry about him."
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I
Fun
agree.
Show.
I'm hopping on that.
There was no girlfriend on there. I love him though, and he was my wow moment too.
Yes.
Because he hit them notes.
And that song, like Adam was saying, like Bruno Mars is so good. His range is crazy. So for him, like that's one of those artists you can't sing along to,
You
no
really
matter
can't.
how like poppy of his songs are. You cannot sing along. It's like Mariah Carey, and you're just like trying to sing along, and you suck. But he killed it, and he was so. I love his family. I love his background of them. Stressing the importance of going to college, and they were so excited for him. So I just feel like he's gonna be a star.
He had no limit to his voice. Like when he hit that high note, I was like, "Oh, baby, sing to me."
Yeah.
See, okay, we just let you talk a little bit and you told on yourself. It's okay, though. No, and another thing I liked was that he was like, well, I need to do this to validate it to my family. Like, there's so many times when it's a dream, you want to, like, validate it to people. And I totally got it, especially him being from, like, a Nigerian family. Like, if you know anything, like, about Nigerian, they do not play. Get your education. Do not play. Like, you need to be in school. You need to have a lawyer, doctor. Like singer, actors, kind of like, you know, that.
Like, are you kidding?
But he finished his education. His parents seemed very supportive. Like, they moved all the way from Nigeria, and I feel like he understood what was at stake for him to be in that specific place at a specific time. And he just moved to LA, so he really must be about it. Because if you are packing up your stuff to move out to the city, you have got to be about it, or you'll be home before you know it.
Hey.
True. I'm just saying. You won't survive.
You will not survive.
I'm first year, so I know what that's like.
I think he'll make it, and I think he did an amazing job tonight. I really want to see more of him, and maybe add a little bit more, like, cultural
Stuff to him.
aspect of it, because African music, Caribbean music, like, they're very connected and very popular right now. Cultural music.
Kelly kind of said it in an annoying way, but if he can dance, I would love to see that, because we don't really get to see dancing at the same time. Like, that's hard vocally, but, like, if he could, that would be cool.
He could get in shape to dancing. We talked about this. Beyonce runs and sings, and I bike and rap, so...
You're like Issa Rae and Beyonce.
I'm just trying to get in shape and have breath control when I talk to you guys.
I'm not gonna lie. When he said he can bust a few moves, I wasn't too sold. I'm thinking.
Listen, not African people. They get their dance on.
They can.
Hey,
I just have to see it first.
Listen.
I have to see it first.
Yeah, she want to see him move. Anyway, one thing that I kind of didn't like, and I just want to touch on really fast, is that Adam saying that it's an African connection,
God.
and I was like, oh my god,
I think that irritated all of us.
You guys,
I think that irritated all of us. Like,
we were
what?
like, what? He's like, my wife is from an African country, and then Blake was even like, yeah, continent connection.
Like, my mom was born in Benghazi doesn't mean I have any like, that's not saying anything. That's like saying I'm not racist. I have one black friend.
That was like, I'm connected to you being African because I married a woman who's from a whole different part of the continent.
Also very
He was reaching to get him, and that didn't work
He
out.
must not have been offended because he picked Adam.
Yeah.
So. You guys want to get into predictions for next week?
Yeah. These are hard.
It is so hard.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Oh, one more thing really fast. I forgot before we hop into predictions. If you're listening to us on iTunes and are not able to see our lovely faces on YouTube, make sure that you please give us 5 stars. We're also on Spotify now, too. So if you're on Spotify, you can listen to us on there, too. What do you guys think is going to happen next week? We have one more week of blind auditions and little spots left. Not many. I think maybe 1, 2, 3. I think it's like 7 or 8 spots left on the show. Period.
I think.
Yeah, I thought there was less almost.
Well, because I'm thinking, oh no, you're right. There is less.
We just viewed it right before this,
Yes.
so I need to count. Right, when we finish this, I'm going to do the counting. I didn't get a chance.
Because I'm thinking of before we watch this episode. So there's really, we're barely any spots left.
I think
it's like probably 1.
Blake and
or
Adam.
Blake and Adam have space, and Kelly.
I think Kelly's done now.
And
Jennifer has space.
Jennifer has, I think, one more. It's not that many spaces left, guys. It's getting down to the wire if you're trying to be on The Voice on seasons 15. So what do you think is going to happen next week, and we'll see in the blind? Or maybe what are you hoping to see?
Okay. I am hoping. I just really am excited for the coaching aspect. Like, I really want to see them, like, delve into different songs, because a lot of them, it's hard when you're doing your audition song. I feel like it's really stressful. You're trying to show your range, you're trying to show your style, but a lot of times it's not like really great. So I really want to see them challenged in different subjects or topics, whatever they pick this year. So I'm just looking forward to that.
I agree. I'm kind of getting over the blind audition, but I feel like next week's going to be very, very intense. So I'm ready to see how they're going to wrap it up, because I feel like it's going to be some hard competition. But yeah, I'm just ready to get into the real competition so we can just see more of these people, you know, like get out of their comfort zones. Let's see if you can do other genres of music. So I'm just ready for that part of it.
For sure. I also think because now there's no more blocks left, because we saw Jennifer used her last block against Kelly, which was hilarious.
Which I was so happy about, guys.
I was happy about it, too. But there are no more blocks left now. And so I think we're going to see more judges actually battling, because now they're waiting to fill up their team. Like, so who they pick is somebody who they really, really have to want. So we'll see more, like, I'm predicting we'll see more, like, arguments, more kind of back and forth and that banter that they do, which is kind of, I wish it was just, I'm ready for that part of it to end. I kind of, like, watching people argue is kind of awkward.
You know how they're trying to, like, have their team and team, like Jennifer and Kelly, Blake and Adam? I feel like next week it's not going to be like that. I feel like it's going to be every man for themselves because it's intense, okay? Like, they're trying to wrap up their teams for the gold. So, yeah, I'm over the cat fight. Let's just get straight into it.
Like, there's not going to be so many turns. They might have a little hesitation filling up their team, but when they turn for somebody, it's going to be a fight. It's going to be
and no blocks either. So this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, so it's going to be very, very interesting. I'm very excited for next week. So, ladies, before we wrap up and get out of here, can you please let everyone know where they can find you?
So you can follow me at Sierra Brinae on my Twitter and my Instagram and _ on my Twitter.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Steph Sabraw.
And I'm Felicia Michelle, and thanks so much for watching. You could find me on Instagram at It's Felicia Michelle. And thank you guys again, and we'll see you next week for the last week of blind auditions, all right? We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.